Hi, everybody. Welcome to Am I the Asshole podcast. We're here in Queens with the queen, Sarah Levine.
Oh my God, that was beautiful.
Wow.
You should start a rap career.
I know. I think I've got it
Move
now.
over, Nas.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. And we're joined by a very special guest. If you listened to our last episode, you know that it is Keith O'Malley.
How you doing, buddy?
The other half of Keith and the Girl. It's great to be here. It's weird to be hosting a show in your studio. I feel, it feels wrong.
Well, it's all right. This is exciting. I appreciate hosts that care, hosts that know about their subject. My last name's Malley. And this is very exciting. Yeah, I like that you go for it.
There's no O?
What if it ends up you're right and I'm wrong?
Oh my God, it's just Keith Malley? Fix it.
I get that. I do get it a lot where it's like, I'm like, well, I'm not Irish. And like, I think you are. And I think it's O'Malley. I'm like, all right.
You're really not Irish, and I knew that. I should have thought harder. Well, for whatever reason, and I've written to you emails to you several times, I can't spell Keith. So there's like something with your name. It's not. I always go
Right
K-I.
before E, except after never
But
mind.
it's K-E.
Right.
Is it K-E?
Right. By the way, Sarah, you've known him for a long time. Is this how he apologizes?
yeah,
Well, first
just
of all,
rambling.
your first name's already a hassle. So I get through that. Now you're giving me a hard time on your last name?
I'm telling you, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot through and through. So you have a podcast that's great. It's always so fun to be on it. Keith and the Girl.
Right.
K-E-I-T-H.
Yes.
And it's been around 14 years.
Going on 15 years, yeah.
Incredible. It is 5 times a week.
Yes.
And you've done it with Hemda.
With Hemda, over 3,000 episodes.
Incredible.
Very fun. The latest story going on there now is I was married. I was with my ex for 8 years, married for 5. And we broke up, and my dad, out of the blue, emailed my ex 2 years after the divorce.
Wow.
And they don't have a relationship like that at all. They don't talk at all. Is asking her, what happened to that breakup after all? Why'd that happen? Now, keep in mind, he met my current girlfriend. We've both been to their house for Christmas last year, and still this weird email. And so my ex, and I still talk to her, said, hey, I got this letter. I don't know if this is a weird way to get me back, but I'm not missing your family either. And I said, could I pretend I'm you and write my dad? And she said, you're weird. I don't care. Don't involve me. So I've been pretending that I'm my ex, writing to my dad. And you can check all this out at keithandthegirl.com/dad. It became such a big thing on several different episodes that I put it all together, and it's still going on. It got to flirting back and forth, him explaining that he can't leave his wife, but she does make his, quote, libido jingle. Oh, it's vomitous. Christmas is ruined forever. And yeah, it just goes on and on. Right now, the latest thing was that fake cat, my ex, was trying to get my dad to sue me to get my show taken down with a free lawyer that she knows.
Now, is there like, and feel free to get me off the trail here. I like to pry,
Sure.
but
Well,
does your dad have a history of this sort of backhanded?
Not really, not that I know of, to people outside the family. He does love to cause trouble to fix trouble. He was a priest before he was married. And he misses that savior complex. And I guess I can kind of understand it. Picture you could, on your deathbed, if my dad is around, he can ensure that you go to heaven. Then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he blinks and he's wiping a 1-year-old's asshole. It kind of changes, your place in life, I assume, and he misses it. So yeah, he tries to cause trouble to fix it.
But you guys are cool though. Like you love your dad. Like,
no.
Oh no.
No, I think
Does that sound like someone who's cool with their dad?
I don't know.
no.
I'm stupid.
You gotta watch more Catfish.
Right, or find a different word for love for your.
I would
partner.
fuck with my dad. I roast my dad, but I guess this is a different level. I mean, like, is he actually going to sue you?
No.
Like, no.
No, it's my lawyer. It's fake. He's not going to show up, this fake lawyer. No, we're cordial enough, and I'll visit him to visit my mom, and I'll be around him to see the rest of my family. But there's 5 of us, 5 kids counting me. And none of us really talk to him. Do I love him? I guess, if you throw that word around. But this isn't what you do to somebody you love, what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
I don't want to be loved like this.
I guess so.
Like it doesn't give me real anger, but there's like a frustration, and doing this back to him is fun to me. And the end game being one day he is gonna find out, or he'll trick me and die.
Well, that's great. I can't wait to check that out.
It's exciting. Thank you.
Well, we've got a couple of situations for you here today. Our second situation of the day. Actually, we got 3 of them.
Oh.
If you can handle that, we'll go through them quickly. But our third one of the day is AITA for going to the police over a prank. That'll be fun. But first, AITA for making a petty comment about a rude joke some baby boomer made to a waitress.
Explain.
By you, hypeipemommy. I was at a diner this morning, eating alone because I'm traveling for work. It was absolutely packed, and there was a family at the table next to me.
I apologize. Did they say their age?
They did not.
Okay.
2 college girls and their parents. It looked like these are the people at the table.
Right.
The waitress came by their table and asked if they wanted coffee or water refills, and the mom asked for more of both for everyone.
Okay.
Kind of rudely, I thought. The dad...
I'm sorry. This is another customer that's writing this? Or a waiter?
A customer who's kind of eavesdropping.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
she said she's at a diner. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she's eating alone, so she's got to be a diner, right?
Yeah.
Kind of rudely, I thought. The dad made some joke about how it's amazing how coffee just shows up. It must be magic or elves.
Okay.
Yeah, it was about as awkward as it sounds.
Yeah.
She came by
What's
my...
awkward is that this person had a pen and paper and got these quotes right.
She came by my table and asked if I needed anything, and I asked for maple syrup, but no rush. But quote, open quote, no rush because it's mad busy here and it's not like you've got magical elves or some shit helping you out, unquote.
Okay.
I know the family next to me heard because the daughter started laughing about it and the dad was glaring daggers at me when I ate my breakfast. AITA, Reddit.
Yeah, because you said it in an asshole way, because whenever she describes overhearing this, it's like, yeah, it was that kind of day. And then she did it as a dig. She didn't do it like it's a cute joke and it went awkwardly. You see what I mean? She was trying to be like, hey, these guys are assholes, right? Then why'd you say it loud enough for them to hear too? You petty bitch. Sarah.
I know. I was going to say, when they're like, yeah, it was about as awkward as it sounds. I'm like, it doesn't sound like that awkward. My dad makes dumb jokes like that all the time at restaurants. And I'm like, it's awkward for like 3 seconds. And the waitress pretends to laugh usually. And then we just get over it. And then you tip and it's cool.
Did she think the waitress was going to high five her and be like, hey, thanks?
Yeah. Like,
that takes
yeah,
care
the
of
elf
that.
comment.
But it's kind of a shitty joke, guys. I mean,
then
we're
you're doing the
it's
same
not like
joke.
highbrow comedy, but I don't see it that it's offensive.
No, it's a mean joke. It's
How's it mean?
It's basically saying like the server doesn't exist. It's erasure of the server. I thought you were a server. That's why you picked this situation.
I didn't believe anybody thought they were actual elves.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is so fast. You must have magical elves.
Oh, I see.
That's kind of how I read
Well,
it.
I know how I would take it as a server. I'd get all butthurt. And be like, I'm not an elf. I'm a man.
You're like, hey, I'm 5'8".
Yeah. I'm not short either.
Right. How tall was the waitress?
Yeah, I mean, so you guys are saying basically it's an innocent joke. Obviously, the waitress or waiter didn't take it that way. So why does this woman have to like?
Yeah. Everybody wants to be smart. Hey, I know something.
Yeah.
You'll like me. I'll make you like me better. This bitch is just as needy as the bitch husband. They're just as needy for attention.
Right. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, except one is mean. One's corny. It's mean. She's mean because she made it clear, rolling my eyes at this stupidity. Yeah, one of those days. And then decides to use the same joke to what? To be mean.
Yeah, but I feel like she was shitting on the fact that the joke was mean.
Yeah, she was shitting. It wasn't
She
mean.
was shitting.
Well, you're
Yeah,
still
but
on,
do you
you're
think-
still on that topic that it was mean.
I know. I can't. I feel like it was a little
I don't think the
mean.
joke was me. I think this person had like a bone to pick with these people for no reason. Like,
Yeah.
how do you ask for more water rudely?
Right.
Like, I guess in theory you could do it, but it's just like,
It wasn't. Not only was it mean, it was praise. It's like you have angels working for you. You're so good.
It's amazing how coffee just shows up.
Yeah, you can put whatever
You
you
like that
want
guy?
on it. Yeah.
You like that guy?
It's better than, I don't know, fight me outside.
I like a fight me outside. I like a little. It's the only thing that gets my blood going. I don't do drugs anymore. Besides CBD. All right. Sarah M writes, NTA, it's nice that you showed your appreciation.
By the way, at the end, how do you find out who's right? I listened to your show. You guys don't say who's right at the end.
Yeah, we do. You didn't listen. We definitely do. He listens to 5 minutes. No, they don't say it. I'm out. Sarah M. writes, NTA, it's nice that you showed your appreciation for the wait staff and F that dad. Other people seeing this another way, guys.
That doesn't mean that I'm going to change my mind. I've lived with this type of dad my entire life. I know exactly the type of way that my dad would say this shit, but he doesn't make jokes about elves.
So you were a server, some time ago, and did you like him? I mean, my dad always makes jokes.
I was a server since I was 15 to probably 30, if not 31.
Holy shit!
I was in the biz, and who cares? This is the least of problems. This isn't a problem. It's a corny joke from a corny person. My dad's the exact same, Sarah. Okay. Thank you. That's it. First of all, I don't know how you read. You got issues. How you read that dad was being mean. He was being nice. It's amazing how fast things come. Thanks to who? Obviously, thanks to the server.
Well, but he said there were elves.
He didn't say what's taking so long. Are you killing the elves in the back? He said this is coming fast, like there's magic involved.
So, but when you were like, my dad always makes the joke of like, you know, when we eat like a whole dessert, there's nothing left. Right. How was it? We hated it.
Yep, classic.
And how did that make you feel? Was that just
first of all, I sat down, I thought about it for a good 15, 20 minutes. I called up some support. How did it make you feel? You ate it. Ha ha. At the end.
You would do a fake laugh. Or
how many customers would you have as a waiter, do you think? That this bothered you for a half hour when somebody said I ate it all but didn't like it?
It would bother me because I'm crazy. I mean, I was a server for 2 months and it was my Vietnam. Like that was the hardest thing I ever did.
As a comedian, are you more offended by the horrible jokes these people are making?
I mean, I don't really consider this a joke. I don't really understand what the premise even is. I mean, what is the joke? We're disagreeing about what the joke is, which is the exact mark of a terrible joke. It's just like, is it for service so fast, but then the other person's offended? I mean, that's it. Maybe this woman just sucks. That's kind of where you guys are landing, apparently.
She seems like she was just looking to pick a fight, and the fact that she put baby boomers in the subject line.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm in all kinds of Facebook groups. Well, no, actually just one type. But it's like you post memes about the shitty memes that baby boomers post because they make no sense, or they're often...
People just say boomers now, right? The hip people just say boomer.
So this strikes me as this type of person who's in this group who's like, oh, look at this boomer making this awkward joke. Like, let me just go be like performatively woke about it when no one fucking cares.
Yeah, a baby boomer who probably owns a house and got it at a decent rate. I know the next generation can't. Had 2 college kids whose loans will probably be too much that they can handle, but they'll just build a tent in the park.
Yeah, all right. I think, Sarah, that's a spot on read.
Thank you.
She couldn't wait to get on that fucking website fast enough.
Right.
And she's like, watch, I'm going to include myself in it too.
You hate Reddit, don't you?
I think this website should shock you as soon as you go on it.
I would be dead, I think.
Well, the top comment on Reddit, Jam Golden 33 writes, he made a lame dad joke, but it wasn't really rude per se. There was no reason for you to interject. Your comment was lame and unfunny. I can also picture you thinking that you were a total hero for saying it, which annoys me further. YTA.
Yeah, I've made jokes to strangers that I'm like, why did I do this? I'll be at the deli, for example, maybe a little bodega, and somebody gets coffee and some stuff and then goes, I'll pay you tomorrow, and leaves. Then I have my stuff and I go, yeah, I'll pay you tomorrow. And she's like, oh, no, actually. I go, no, I was just being stupid. She's, well, no, the guy actually owns the... No, it's okay. No, let me explain this so you're not hurt. This goes on for like 5 minutes. Well, the guy, he owns a portion of this building. I got it 10 years ago. And he will pay me. He'll just pay me at his leisure. And we have that kind of deal. And what did I expect? Like, well, sir, let me tell you something. My husband happens to work for Showtime. You have a 5-picture deal. That was fucking funny. You'll pay me later. No, you have to pay me now. Who cares? And that's what she did, and she's butthurt about it.
You know, this just happened to me. I was on the train, and so the Path, have you ever messed with the Path? Because it's got a whole different system. It's got the Rail Link or Smart Link or something.
I've definitely fucked with it. Yeah.
It's, you know, and it to get into the Path so you get it unlimited, like you have to register on a website. It's a whole process, but it is really nice because once you do it, you never have have to touch a machine again.
The train from New York to New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm running your show.
Yeah, no, you're killing it. You're killing it. And so anyway, these two guys are talking, and the friend is like trying to sell his friend. He's like, "Oh, you got to get a SmartLink card. It's really great." And I thought it would be funny to pipe in, and so I was just like, "Yeah, it'll change your life." Right. They both look at me and look back at each other and continue talking, like gave me nothing. And I was like, "All right, I'm an idiot." That wasn't funny. I thought it was funny, a random guy to interject, but no, I guess not.
I mean, it'll probably be funny to them later when they're getting drinks and talking about that weird guy who just interrupted them.
Yeah.
In the path.
Who says a thing?
Who's that random plant from New Jersey Transit?
Yeah, like, seriously.
Well, they're like, should I get dessert? And the other person says, it'll be worth it. Like, they don't even know what they're joking about.
Right. Bottom line, I think we all pretty much agree on this one. AITA for making a petty comment about a rude joke some baby boomer made to a waitress. You're the asshole. It seems like they misinterpret it. You guys have brought me on board for as much.
It wasn't about them. That's it. It wasn't about this woman. Do your own party. You got jokes? Start your own joke. Don't grab the mic, jump on stage and go, yeah, no one was on there. You fucked up. You should be embarrassed to rate on. You're an asshole for rating on that site. You should be embarrassed. What happened to embarrassment? They had it in her generation.
YTA.
Yes.
AITA for see, that's the part where we say the verdict. We really do.
Yeah.
And then there's like a sound effect.
YTA, of course. You're
You
the
believe
asshole.
me now? Yeah.
Yeah, I know it all.
Remember? And then just boo.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah.
And it's the people.
It's the people, clearly. You listen. All right. AITA for going to the police.
By the way, I'm sorry, Sarah, you had your birthday not too long ago. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I made it. I guess that deserves congratulations.
Yeah.
I passed the 27 club. That's it.
All right. Please continue.
AITA for
What
going.
did you do for her birthday? Did you do something?
I went to her rager. She had a party at a bar. You know,
Okay.
I don't drink, so that's like a major sacrifice for me.
Do you get bored fast?
Yeah, of course. And I have to yell. That's why I left, because I was yelling, and then I started coughing. I was getting sick from how loud I had to be.
Am I the asshole for thinking everybody's drunk and they're listening to what I have to say? So I was yelling.
And I got her a gift. I mean, my girlfriend got her a gift.
It was nice.
I brought it to her.
What was it?
Like a little makeup purse. I assume that's the purpose. You don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, I don't
Why am I
know.
looking at you for confirmation?
Or pencils, whatever.
I have no clue.
And it's like, it could have been a teddy bear. I don't fucking know.
There you go.
All right, Danny, please.
AITA for going to the police over a quote-unquote prank by you vegan throwaway 192847. That's right.
I guess there's so many vegan throwaway
There's
accounts.
a lot of vegan throwaways. A lot of these vegans don't want to be tracked. They even explain it. Throwaway for anonymity in case this goes further. So clearly, people are hunting. To preface this, I, 24F, am vegan and have been for a good 10 years. I have not eaten meat since I was roughly 3 to 4 years old when I found out where meat comes from. Spoiler alert, there were a lot of tears. This is no secret, and everyone in my life knows and respects this. Or so I thought. 4 nights ago, I
found that McDonald's isn't beef.
4 nights ago, I was at a party, and I will admit, I got white girl wasted. Oh, God, this is a person who still sincerely says that. My friends thought it would be funny to feed me chicken nuggets as a prank. I checked with them before chowing down, saying, quote, "Are these vegan?" To which my friends replied, "Yeah, they're sun-fed," which is a type of vegan chickenless chicken.
Is she drunk at this time?
No.
Okay.
Oh, is she? Yeah, she's getting drunk.
Okay.
She gets white girl wasted.
Yeah,
White
she's
girl
drunk
wasted.
eating the chicken nuggets.
So white girl wasted, obviously that means drunk, but she still knows all the quotes. That's always interesting.
You're such a denier. Good God.
Truther.
I'm just going to come on the podcast and read like AITA for destroying the Twin Towers on 9/11.
Okay,
like,
look,
did this happen? They tasted off to me, the chicken nuggets. But I figured it was just because I was drunk. Well, I was wrong.
How did she know something tastes off? It tastes good?
Yeah, right. Just like, these are delicious. I found out the next day when my sister sent me a message telling me to check my friend's Snapchat story. The story was them showing the nugget packaging and then showing them giving them to me, including the conversation where I asked if it was vegan. Then, later, it showed them mocking me and pretending to be me when I found out I ate meat. Things like fake crying and yelling, "The the chickens. I took a screen recording of the video and took it to the police on the grounds of food tampering.
Okay.
And now 3 of my ex-friends are facing charges.
Okay.
They all think I'm overreacting to a quote-unquote harmless prank. So Reddit, AITA. In my view, they took advantage of my drunken state, tampered with my food, and publicly humiliated me. In their view, it was just a prank.
I love how I think we've had another like petty Reddit court case like this, and I'm like, in what fictional world are police taking a chicken nugget case seriously when there's like, I don't know, unsolved murders and stuff? Is this really happening?
Do you want to know who her lawyer is?
Yes.
You're
a free lawyer.
I'm not showing up. I'll tell you that right now. Well, the real asshole is the sister who got involved. There's no point. But okay, between the friends and her, it's the friends. And you can't be friends with this person. Now, they're going to the police, exactly like Sarah's saying. What's going to happen? Who's sitting you down with the detective? And what are the charges? There's a litany of them. Tell me 2, liar. But yes,
food tampering is a thing, right? And
is it tampering?
Yeah, it's
if
a
you
thing.
just lied to someone about what's in the food?
Well, I don't know if it would meet the bar. I'm not saying they got a case, but it is a thing, right? Because this was just viral with the girl who licked the, what is it called? Blue Bunny? The shitty ice cream.
Oh,
she licked
yeah.
it, and then she put it back, and they did. They tried her with something.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
That's
it's
different.
Kind of similar.
No, it's
No,
not.
because you're like
it's
endangering other people by licking ice cream in the grocery store, putting your saliva on
Are
it, putting
you?
it back for people to.
Sure, it's flu season,
If you're
Danny.
sick, yeah. I mean, if you're sick, but like a vegan will get sick if they eat meat.
Oh, I'm with you. I think it's
Okay.
a terrible things the friends did. I do not see it.
Well, it
I
has
don't know if
similar
it's, like,
properties. No, I don't know if it would hold up. I don't know.
That's all I'm saying. But obviously, apparently, it did in this scenario because they're
Sure.
facing a ton of charges.
I buy it. I buy that it's plausible because if you got very sick from that, I mean, that it would be very similar. It has all the same elements. Can I
think-
bring you on board, Keith?
Do you think there's really a ton of charges? Like, why do they have to add little lies? There's a ton of charges.
No, yeah, there
Now,
are.
We got
sometimes-
assault, battery,
Always,
food
yeah,
tampering.
always.
Not
too
being
much.
nice, lying to a drunk.
Right. Domestic terrorism. Right. You know, everything.
Right. No, there's no reason to go to the police. But no, if you can't be friends with that person, I would completely understand that. I want to know these charges. I want to hear a follow-up. Does she follow up?
No.
Are they in the slammer? Does she visit and laugh at them and eat a carrot right in the cell? Like, oh, you can't even get carrots here.
Yeah. What's the vegetarian option in the prison cafeteria?
Yeah.
It's the other inmates.
I mean,
That's
how do you see? You're going to run into your friends. It's okay that you don't have to be friends with them, but the whole town knows that you put them in jail if this really happened. Okay, good luck living life. Oh, the whole thing's goofy.
Autumn S writes, I actually think that what they did is more than a prank, and those assholes deserve what they get. People shouldn't be punished for what they choose to put in their bodies, and I'm not down for violating people like that.
Well, I agree. It could be, she could be allergic to it at this point. Yeah, of course it's wrong. It's just weird. What kind of town do you live in that now you're the weirdo that took 3 friends?
Right.
And, I don't take the word love loosely, so maybe I don't take the word friends loosely either. But the whole town knows you tried to put 3 friends on tons of charges. Well, that's weird too.
I wonder why that would be your first response, to go straight to the police instead of screaming at your friends, which would be warranted.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I think it is, if someone poisoned you with a non-lethal poison, or if someone put acid in your food, would you? I mean, that's, you're not going to die.
Let me
but
tell
it's
you,
intense.
That's so different.
I don't know.
Is it?
Have you ever seen that pink slime in these nuggets? So you put acid in my food. I'm not going on a anonymous website. I'm going to name some names.
Well, you're going to tell the cops.
And I'll tell the cops and I'll name names. Not like, what do you guys think? Am I the jerk here? You put your friends in prison.
That's true. It seems like you'd be past that point if you already have gone to the police.
Right. Like, what kind of friendship is this? What's their past?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you would think they would have some leniency.
Right. And why did all your friends agree to do it? It is a very cruel thing. Why did all your friends, why were they okay to do it to you?
Well, because they think it's funny, right? I mean, it is kind of funny. Can we admit that? It's a funny prank.
First of all, I don't know how this is funny, but that dude at the restaurant wasn't funny.
The elves,
Dude,
come on, it's comedy.
I love the dude at the restaurant. I want to sit with him for hours. No, I mean, I think there's something funny about this, right? Look, I think it's cruel, obviously.
I can see
but-
how they would think it's funny because this
Exactly.
just seems like a group of immature teenagers who's like, oh, vegan.
Yeah,
That's it. And that's the
right.
joke.
How old was she? She said in the
She
beginning,
did.
right?
She's 24.
Oh.
She's not quite a kid.
Right.
I mean, yeah, a group of dumb people who are like, oh, let's trick the vegan. It'll be funny.
I mean, keep in mind again, for what it's worth, they're drunk.
They are, they're drunk. She's drunk. Yeah, for a drunk prank, this is actually not really that crazy.
What made you quit drinking? A prank like this?
Yeah, I
they actually fed him vegan chicken nuggets.
Nice. You got it. I was literally right. I was killing it. Madison W. writes, NTA, she wasn't even trying to force her friends to be vegan at this party or anything. I guess that would justify it. If she was like, you guys got to be vegan. Oh, we're poisoning her. She was just asking if the nuggets were vegan. Having strict morals violated by friends playing a prank can be so mentally damaging, even if it's not a physical ailment. Sure, you've done no physical harm, but emotionally, you've just wrecked that person.
Well, sure, you can't trust your friends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's a friendship ender. I mean, I understand the impulse to go to the cops because, if you're like throwing up
you ever
all
go to
morning,
cops for anything? It's a fucking to-do.
It is a to-do,
She's punishing herself, trying to explain to the desk sergeant that my friends fed me vegan chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
You get past him somehow?
Right.
And now you're talking to a real detective?
Wait, I have to fill out a form? I'm good.
Right.
They didn't do anything.
I feel like this
lying.
cannot have taken place in the U.S.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, it's like
They'd be like,
China.
ma'am, it's Chicago. We had 67 murders today or whatever.
Right.
The drunk thing is interesting, but if I had to pick a side, in general, not counting the cops, of course, the friends are or counting the cops, I guess, but the friends are the big piece of shit, yes.
Do you guys think that this prank is food pranks? Are they often too far? Because like we on the pod have discussed before, like a hot sauce, putting like really flaming hot peppers on a pizza because their brother kept eating the pizza.
Yeah, that was one that surprised me because everyone said he was not the asshole. But I was like, if you did that to a coworker, you would also get arrested for poisoning if it was like a ghost pepper.
That is the one episode I didn't hear.
Oh, that's so weird.
Is the guy, does the guy keep stealing his pizza?
No, it works. It was his brother. And so
Right.
he covers, the brother was a habitual pizza thief. And so he covered this pizza.
Oh, I'm fine with that. So that's an important part. But if just out of the blue, I had my food and I leave to the bathroom and you pour hot sauce on it, that can really hurt me. So that's terrible.
So you say a hot sauce as a prank, that's going to be too far for you.
Yes.
But as retribution, it's fine.
But yeah, if you stole from me, a punch
Right.
to the face is fine. I sold you some peppers. Fuck
Right.
off.
And so, but it's okay to, be your son's ex-wife on the internet. That's fun for you. That's okay. That is a really, because like that prank, I think of my friend doing something that's like that to me, but I think it's the level, because like how many emails are you at?
Oh, huge.
Oh,
This is going on for 6 months.
Oh my God.
But I don't go on a site and go, hey, am I the asshole that? Yeah, everyone's an asshole. You're punching your dick to my ex and I'm keeping it going. Sure.
So funny. Top comment on Reddit.
And neither of us called the cops or a lawyer.
Wow.
Well, the fake lawyer.
Well, when your dad finds out, he might murder you. So we'll see. The jury's out. Watermelon Kiwi writes, NTA, I'm impressed and kind of think this is awesome. Edit, I think that it's awesome that you went to the police and they're taking it seriously. Huh? How about that, guys? That's a top comment on Reddit.
That person just made that up. Now, she did say there's a ton of charges, but now she's even adding to it saying, I know it's subtle, but she's adding to it saying they're taking it seriously. They're laughing at you. They're throwing nuggets in each other's mouths. Yeah, we're right on it.
Well, she's assuming that the OP's not lying.
Well, I understand. I would like to know these charges. Did anybody say what are the charges?
No, I don't think the OP went in and updated it. Food tampering. I maintain it's real and that this is very similar to the Blue Bunny liquor.
That's grosser, but okay. Hey, I'm on your side.
Deleted post here, so you know it got juicy when you got to delete your comment.
Delete.
NTA, especially since you hadn't eaten meat since you were so young. Oftentimes, vegans and vegetarians get very sick after eating meat if they hadn't for years before that.
Yeah.
Why was this deleted? This doesn't seem controversial.
And how do you guys how do you have the secret behind the scenes? What does deleted mean?
Oh, deleted. So the way it works sometimes is when you delete a comment, you just delete your handle's association with it.
I see.
So the comment stays.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the whole thread was locked. So apparently people were getting all death threats. I mean, that's why they'll lock it. If people are being really mean or dropping death threats or whatever.
Who locks it? The original person locks it.
No, the moderators.
What the fuck? My whole point was to get people riled up.
Yeah. No, they wouldn't let you on the site, Keith.
don't
Your IP is banned by default.
My username is I'm the asshole 69.
Reverse Mathematics writes, NTA, as a chef, you never F with someone's food, ever.
Is that what they taught him in chef school? Thanks for your chiming in, chef.
That seems valid.
Let me tell you
You don't have
something.
to be a chef to say that, I feel like. That's just like, that's why.
You might not know culinaries, but as a chef,
Right.
you shouldn't hurt people with food. Okay?
I don't know how to poach an egg, but I do know.
It's like, as a doctor, don't kill people.
Right.
Like,
well,
what?
well, as a waiter for 15 years, chefs are assholes. Okay, thank you.
So did you ever do it? Because that's a fear that a lot of people have when they go to restaurants.
What's that?
You know, one of the reasons some people are nice to their wait staff is because they're paranoid that they're going to spit in the food, mess with the food. Do you
Well,
ever-
it's amazing. It's almost like you're going in for brain surgery and as you're counting down for the anesthesia to take, you call your doctor an asshole. Yeah, be nice. You never know what's going to happen. What could make people feel better, though, is that if somebody does something to food, and I have, they have to do it by themselves. So if assuming you're in a restaurant that's busy enough, a waiter and another waiter, the chances of them getting along and agreeing to do something sick to your food is so slim. You're not going to find two assholes in the same restaurant.
Yeah. So you're saying like when people are like, oh, the kitchen is going to
Yeah.
spit in it, that would never happen.
No.
So you personally would have to spit in it.
Yes.
But you just kind of alluded to the fact that you did.
What does alluded mean? I said I did.
You referenced it. Well, give us the deets. What'd you do?
Well, there's a couple things, but one was the story of
Anthrax.
It's the end of a restaurant shift. The place is about to close. About like 7 teenagers come in at the very last minute,
boy.
and they're like, and you know, managers, they hide. They're little babies, so they're like, all right, you have to serve them. They're there for I don't know, hour and a half, and they order French fries and a milkshake to share. Like seven people, at least 18. When I said teenagers, at least 18. And so they create a big mess with only fries and milkshake.
Oh, God.
And they left. They leave a napkin. It says your tip is in this napkin. And I'm like, okay. So I open the napkin. Of course, it just says, haha. There's no tip. Everything's a mess. The busboys have to clean everything up, etc. Then some time goes by. They come back again.
No.
Yes. And it's like a minute before, and they go, oh, are you, are you still up? And like, oh, sorry, we're not. And they're like, you are. We have another 2 minutes, and you have to feed us. So they sit down. The manager's a little baby again, and they order the fries and milkshake.
Oh,
so they had a chocolate milkshake. It's so late, so I'm the only one there. In the busboys. I go downstairs, and I took a shit in a paper cup. Went back upstairs, mixed the milkshake with my shit, put in too much shit that I had to actually take shit out. Put in more chocolate milk, and then I served the shit shake and the fries to this table. Not exaggerating. They pass it all around. Guy says that was so good. Thanks. Could I get another one? I used the rest of that shit, made another one, said it's on me. They drink up the shit shake.
Oh my God.
Okay, that is amazing revenge. But you
Am I the asshole?
No, you're not. But you literally tasted it, so you had to eat your own shit to pull this off.
Taste it. No, I mean you could smell it. So you could smell it.
Oh, it was too much.
Yeah, I'm not tasting it. you were very calm for me
God.
tasting it. Well, the joke's on you, Keith, because you had to. No.
You just smelled it, and you're like, "That's
Yeah.
way too strong."
Yeah.
And then
They'll tell immediately.
so when you put in less shit, you couldn't smell it at all. Or you're like, kind of
A little bit, but chocolate's like a weird smell as it is.
God,
Oh my God.
that is the prank of a century.
Thank you.
That is beautiful. Well, Sarlacc
Wait,
responds.
so that's beautiful, but giving a vegan chicken nuggets is not
Yeah.
cool? Like,
Yeah, no-
why are we drawing this
I'm
line right
taking
now?
Keith's side. All right, you want to AITA it? Okay.
No, Keith obviously
We
knows
can
he's the
go in.
asshole.
I'm giving
Literally.
it to him.
Yeah, well, and even if I think I'm justified, and just between us, I do. I'm not going on who's the jerk.org and
Right.
asking like, hey, is this too much? Well, of course, Keith, you said they were kids.
Right. They were in high school.
Yeah, I think they were at least 18.
Oh, okay. They were in college. They deserved it.
If they can vote, they can go to war.
They can go to war. They can eat your shit.
They can tip.
Oh my God. Well, Sarlacc writes, as a guy who worked front of the house and often got his food post-shift meal that I paid for fucked with by the guys in the kitchen, I wish they were like you.
Okay, why is this like a circle jerk in the comments that, what? Okay.
Well, no, but this is contradicting what Keith just said. So what do we make of this? He worked front of house, right? So that's like a waiter. See, I was
And the whole kitchen fucked with his food?
and often got his food post-shift meal that I paid for messed with by the guys in the kitchen.
Often? And what does that mean? Did they spit in it and you keep ordering from them? I don't get it.
Well, maybe they put too much ketchup. I don't know.
Too much ketchup?
I don't know.
No joke.
Cooks ever prank you?
No. And then I'd go, hey, manager, I paid for this food. I need it right.
So when you shit in the cup,
They all hate him. Whoever
They hate
this
him?
fucking guy is, the whole kitchen hates you. Why?
Yeah.
Why? That's
a good
How did you
point.
get the whole because I stand by what I said. How you get a whole kitchen to fucking hate you?
What did you do to
What
them?
did you do?
Yeah. So going back to the poop,
Yes.
so did you like squat over a cup on the floor?
No, there's a bathroom downstairs, and I squatted in the toilet,
And then you put the
I'm not
cup
squatting.
in between the
Wait.
water and
Yes.
your butthole.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I just need to know that.
Sure.
I have to imagine it every day. Until,
Danny's definitely not at all going to try this at home.
yeah.
And it was a nice log. It was a nice, like,
Oh my God.
I had to break it off.
It was a solid log. You had to break it
I was
off.
pretty proud. It's like,
Wow.
oh, of old days. To do it, on cue. And I really got lucky. The universe was looking out.
Yeah, thank God you had a
Yeah.
loaded weapon.
Yeah.
Master Plan Penguin writes,
Oh,
oh
how's he?
boy, this might be Keith's Reddit account. Sorry, but how is anyone believing this? By the way, my last name's Malley, not O'Malley, you fucking idiot. Food tampering.
I'm sorry. By the way, how's the water?
It's great. Thank you.
Good, buddy.
From one quick Google search, this would not be food tampering. I'm honestly struggling to think of any law that has actually been broken here. This just seems like such a fake story.
I believe the story because you're just gonna look like a fucking weirdo. Why would you make up that story and then put it up?
Oh my God, welcome to the internet. People do this all the time.
But then when I ask, like, it could be 50, these are basically 50-50. It could be 50-50 if you're the asshole or not, and you're willing to do that for attention.
Yes.
Oh.
Most,
Yes.
I think they did a study, I forget, but actually most went not the asshole. Not like a super majority, but like 65 or 55%, if I remember right. People were hesitant. No, this is what it was. The survey looked at every single, because the way it works is the top upvoted comment determines the verdict.
Okay.
So even, I mean, this never happens, but if like you were the one guy who said YTA, everyone voted for your comment, but most people said NTA, the verdict would be YTA. But the study that they did looked at the total number of every comment.
Okay.
So most people are reluctant to vote people the assholes, what you're
Exactly,
saying. So
yes,
that's
exactly.
why you would make up this story. I don't think the story is fake. I feel like the prank is real, but I think the charges are fake. Also, your legal system's got to be moving really quickly. If you're already getting charged,
Right.
it's like, what, you had the arraignment already? Like,
We didn't get
the next day, we're still hungover,
We didn't get to Harvey Weinstein yet.
right?
Vegan Throwaway, the OP actually responded to this comment.
Okay.
They wrote, I was throwing up the next morning and I felt terrible,
Well,
but
you were drunk also, but all right.
they said it, but I also had a hangover. So honestly, I don't know if I did. So I don't want to say that I caused a reaction, that it caused reaction, because I really don't know.
Okay. But you did say that.
They kind of
But okay.
definitely.
It's like, that's kind of what you told the police.
Right. You either said that or I'm a horrible listener. Don't put it on me.
So on AITA for going to the police over a prank, I actually think now we might have to battle a bit, because I'm actually ready to say not the asshole and their friends are. I don't think it's wrong to go to the police over this. I
That's
think
what I'm
it's.
saying. I'm on your side.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, we
I don't think it's wrong. I just don't think it happened.
So you're just going to deny it. So you're saying fake, but are you going to?
Sure, yeah. If this happened, not the asshole.
All right. Well, guess we're agreeing.
right.
NTA.
Yeah.
We did
Wait,
it.
yeah, not the asshole. Yeah, it is where to go, but if you have to pick between the two, who was more wrong? It was
You can also pick both.
it was the assholes
Yeah.
knowing this was very important. Well, then both, but then
You say both. Everyone. That's called everyone sucks here.
yeah, but then it's for every single one you read. So let me pick somebody. You knew this was a big deal to your friend. That's too much, and then you're such a fucking bunch of jerk offs that you're Snapchatting to each other like that's not going to get back to them.
Right.
What's
That's
wrong?
true.
They were-
I was just joking, Sue. Like you're looking forward to that conversation. You're idiots. I like that. I like that they're in jail. I I propose on the show, not many people are a fan of this, a one strike and you're dead law, in which if you do something even as simple as littering, but it's deliberate and you're caught red-handed, you die. Now, any kind of gray area, like if they didn't see you do the littering, or, a traffic light, whose fault is it, the light or the car, anything else goes to court as it normally does.
Okay.
But if definitely, you walked up to somebody and just slapped them in the face, you're dead now. So in that regard, yes, these people should be in jail.
Okay.
Or dead.
You should, I hope you gain no political power.
Right now, with our audience, 50-50. Enjoy it. I think we should try Keith's Law for 1 month.
Keith's Law for what? That would be good. That'd be like The Purge. It's a little bit less crazy than The Purge.
Right.
I like it. Our last situation of the day, AITA for calling my girlfriend Big Chungus. Are you familiar with the term Big Chungus?
I know
Keith?
it's not good.
Is that a term?
You've never heard Big Chungus either?
Do people say this for real?
It's a meme, Big Chungus.
I guess it has to do with weight, right?
Yeah, well, the meme that I've seen is they make it look like a video game with a really fat Bugs Bunny, and it's called Big Chungus 2. And it's just
wow.
And it was really funny because some guy on Reddit made it look like a real game and then gave it to his brother who wanted Call of Duty or whatever, and he was an angsty teenager.
And he was like, "Am I the asshole?"
Yeah.
Wait, really?
No. I felt like an asshole explaining a meme to you guys. But
No, this is great. I thought I spent too much time on the internet, but now there's corners I have not charted, so it's great.
And it's very clear. I can picture Big Chungus Bugs Bunny.
My girlfriend is a very thin woman. 5'4", 110 pounds.
110 pounds. Let me do a little math.
Yeah, let's get the BMI
She's
on that.
6.1. Yeah, okay, she's all right.
That checks out with Keith. She routinely fishes for compliments by calling herself fat or even obese.
Okay.
The first time she did this, I was very concerned because she's clearly not overweight. So I would reassure her that she's very thin and this is all just low self-esteem issues. Mm-hmm. No matter how much reassurance I give, she consistently refers to herself as fat. She doesn't have an eating disorder either. It feels like she just does this to get attention and compliments. I'm more than happy to compliment her, but she could just ask. I finally reached...
Hold on. That's funny. Okay, continue. She could just ask for a compliment. Sarah, can I have one?
I love that color of your shirt.
Thank you.
I finally reached the tipping point when she referred to herself as quote unquote hugely fat in front of my mother.
I knew someone else was involved. I knew it. It was around somebody else.
Who actually is overweight. His mom is. My mom didn't appear offended, but it was clearly in poor taste. To lighten the mood, I turned to my girlfriend and said, "Okay, Big Chungus." And everyone laughed, including our waiter.
Well, the waiter enjoyed that joke.
He's seen the meme. He's seen the meme.
I was going to say the waiter's seen the meme and I haven't.
Right. He's like, fun fact, I actually made a video game for my brother. It did well. Okay, get us our food. All right. I finally reached the tipping point when... Oh, did I already say this? Sorry. Anyway, after that, it seemed like playfully calling her Big Chungus or Mega Chonk or Oh Lord, she coming was the answer to this issue.
Is he saying all three?
Yeah, those are all related. Those are sort of the constellation of memes.
Right, but did he only say one of them?
I think he regularly uses them.
Okay.
Was the answer to this issue, him saying the terms.
Right.
When I reassure her, she persisted in calling herself fat. But when I call her, quote unquote, Miss Supreme Hefty Chonk, Her Majesty Big Chungus.
Okay.
I hate this guy.
Just an example, but many similar names to that.
Sure.
She realizes she's not getting compliments and stops complaining for a while. However, one of her friends just emailed telling me that I'm emotionally tormenting my girlfriend and ruining her self-esteem. Am I really? I reassured her for months before I lost my nerve, and it doesn't feel right to encourage fishing for compliments. AITA.
This sounds like such a bad meme.
Did he write the friend back? By the way, so this isn't the friend's place, unless the whole relationship's goofy and the girl said, "Hey, friend, could you get involved?" In which case, as a friend, I'd go, "No." But
yeah, but if your friend was like constantly complaining to you, like, "Oh, my boyfriend called me fat. My boyfriend did this and that." I don't know. Maybe you would
just tell her in person. Tell him in person. Then, hey, it's bumming her out when you go Chungus. That email. What are you doing in email? You fake lazy fuck.
Big Chungus. I mean, I have done this with my girlfriend, and it had
Big
it
Chungus.
had to
So you wrote this?
No, not call her Big Chungus. She doesn't actually mess with the Big Chungus meme, but like for a while she would call herself fat, right? And it was the same thing, not that she's 5'4", 110, which is like tiny. That's like
it's very small,
blown away. And then so then I started making lots of fat jokes because I was kind of making fun of her making fat jokes.
Right.
No.
And then like I would always say like, oh, you brought your sister, just stuff like that.
So what, like a hippo
What does that
at the
mean?
zoo?
Like when it's just her. Like she would just walk over and I'd be like, oh, who's the twin or whatever. Just stupid.
Do you shake water like it's Jurassic Park?
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
God.
But then that actually got to a point where she was like, no, I really am insecure.
Right.
So like, don't do that. That's actually hurting my feelings now, even though the intent was to make fun of her for doing this. Which I feel
Why
like
is that the intent?
Well, it's exact.
Like, oh, you're insecure about something, so now I'm going to purposely make fun of you about that exact thing?
Because it's ridiculous. That's the idea.
That's so fucked up. Like, most insecurities are at their core ridiculous.
That's juicy.
I know a guy that he doesn't know how to get out of an awkward situation. He keeps trying to make jokes about it. And he made some weird rape joke to at a table of 4 people. I happen to know that woman was raped, and so she tries to say go, and he can feel the awkwardness, so he just keeps going.
He doubles down,
and it goes all night long. And when maybe they'll pass each other, it's like, I'm not gonna rape you. I'm like, maybe that joke made it okay. That's what it sounds like this guy's kind of doing. I didn't understand when she got really fed up. Was it with sitting with the mom? Or was that just a for instance?
She isn't fed up.
I think that was the point, when the boyfriend was like, I got to say something.
Yeah, you can't be making fun of in
Here's
front of
what I think,
moms.
too. Like, I think you guys think that, like, fat, at least, like, to me as a woman, is not, like, an absolute term. It can be relative compared to my own self. So, like, if
like
I feel...
pH fat.
Yeah. But no, not really. But like if I feel fat one day, it's not like I know logically that I'm not overweight, but it's like I feel bloated and bad and like bigger than I used to.
Sure.
So it's like then if you turn around and then also call someone fat, you're not going to make them feel better or like realize that they're being ridiculous. You just got to like gray rock them and ignore it.
All right, let's break this down a little bit.
My girlfriend comes over and she'll say sometimes like, oh, just a warning, I look like dog shit. When she comes in, I don't go, whoa, is this the dog park? Is this a bathroom at a restaurant? Where's there dog shit? Dog shit's walking. It's a miracle.
So he claims, kind of the big tipping point, as he describes it, is she calls herself hugely fat in front of the mom, who is overweight. And his mom wasn't offended, but he says that's in poor taste. So is that in poor taste?
I mean, yeah, you should read the room, but like this sounds like it's such an ingrained habit that she didn't really mean to do it.
But how are you making it better calling everybody fat now?
You mean by saying big chungus?
Yeah, you're calling her fat, so then your mom's only fatter. Your mom's big chungus too, if I may.
Right.
So you're not doing any good. And if you're really offended, then you say it at home and you go, hey, I'd rather you didn't say the fat thing around my mom. Maybe I'm making it up, but it's fucking weird to me. It's that simple. You don't try to one up and try to. You're trying to embarrass somebody. It's the same thing with that the woman with the elves. The asshole's the person that's trying to embarrass somebody.
Is the same thing as mocking the dad joker.
Kind of. Yeah. Same court of law.
So that's an interesting point though. So the whole like I'm fat thing, it's a relative term.
I mean, I think it can be, at least like when I think that way. Like I know logically my BMI is in a normal range and whatever, but it doesn't help the fact that I feel this way right now.
Right.
Like it's not cute when you're sitting down on an airplane and the boyfriend says, can you fit in that?
Yeah.
That's not like cute little humor.
I know, right? Weird that wouldn't make me feel better about my body.
Should have got 2 seats. Should have got 2 planes. All right.
Can I sit in this row too somehow?
Mallow Flies, another account of yours.
Yes.
NTA, and I'm a woman. She has a serious lack of humor, and I would be worried about that. Of course, you need to speak to her with empathy and try to understand why she is behaving like that. It might be useful for her to see a professional, though. Yeah, what about her constant need for these compliments? Isn't that a little much, or is that just being a woman?
Well, nobody's talking to each other.
Oh my God.
He could just start saying, I ignored it. I assume you did.
Well, no, I mean, there's something there, right? I mean, my girlfriend asks for compliments sometimes. She'll literally be like, give me a compliment. And I do, because that's it. What am I supposed to do?
What do you say? Like what?
I'll be like, you look beautiful. She's like, no, you have to mean it. And then I have to like really work it up. I have to give like 4 that get rejected until finally it's like, that dress highlights your figure. She's like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll buy that.
That works. We need like a compliment generator, like in an app.
Yeah. Oh no, we are,
Yeah, it depends if this is this guy really bothered by it. And if he's bothered by it, then he has to say. You don't keep the sarcasm going and expect you're going to get somewhere.
Right.
You say, hey, it's getting on my nerves, the fat thing, especially around other people. And I am sensitive about my fat mom. She's a big old pig hippo. And you bringing up being fat only assumes that she's a Jabba the Hutt. And I had to deal with that my whole life. So maybe during dinner, of all things, where we only get fatter, you don't bring up who's fat.
I also think just remarking about your appearance, like for me, that's venting. I'm not like looking for compliments necessarily because it's not going to make you feel better. It's corny, but it's got to come from within. So like maybe he thinks that she is fishing for compliments when really she's just trying to vent.
Yeah, I think that's an aspect, but like I don't know. I don't know that there's anything wrong with fishing for compliments, and I don't mean to gender it too much, but I think there's a reason women are insecure about their
because
looks.
Society places all our value on our looks.
Bingo.
Thank you.
So it's like our fault, I'm not saying it's like women are just like, we need compliments. It's for a reason.
Yeah, my girlfriend says, oh, I look like dog shit today. I go, baby, I don't even take it in. I know you're inside. I don't give a shit.
I don't even notice.
New hairstyle? How would I know?
I would feed dog shit to our teenage children, babe. I love it. Giordano_Golds writes, NTA, she's fishing for compliments and she's not catching anything. Just authentically let her know she's beautiful on a regular basis. Why go for the big chungus, Sarah?
This is the thing. I actually don't think it's up to a point. It's not this guy's responsibility to reassure his girlfriend, and he should say like, "Hey, why are you making these comments? Try to get to the root of the issue, and then just like you have to ignore it."
I don't know if I buy that.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I have friends who do this shit like all the time, and it comes to a point where it's like, if you're gonna complain about your weight all the time and like looking a certain way, and you're not gonna do anything about it, like I'm not gonna sit here and coddle you for the rest of eternity. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, sorry you feel that way, and move on.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. The person who's like, I hate this, I hate that, and they do nothing to change it. That's a thing. But like, I think part of being in a relationship is that you reassure the other person about whatever it is. And this is sort of a big one, how you look. I mean, it's one of the biggest. I think there's
like a deeper issue. So if you are in the relationship, you should try to figure out what's going on there instead of trying to put a Band-Aid over it with a compliment.
I mean, do you think this is a deeper issue? I feel like every
she's
relationship
clearly like
has
so
this issue.
insecure. If you're talking about it all the time and you're clearly that like comically not fat,
right?
Then there's like some deeper insecurity, and you got to figure it out.
My girlfriend says something serious, and I go, "Racist frog." I just bring up a meme, I just shout. No, you deal with shit. Of course, that'd be ridiculous.
Pepe the Frog?
Yeah.
Bro, you need to update your memes, man. Pepe's out.
Well, I don't know about
have you heard of Big Chungus? It's the new meme.
Big Chungus 2, video game.
Yeah, Big Chungus 2 is the new sign of the alt-right.
No, I use words instead.
Big Chungus, so the OP is Big Chungus Throwaway 2. So apparently there's already been a Big Chungus Throwaway, which you gotta look up. I mean, I'm going to. He writes, I do, but the more I give into the fishing, the more frequent it gets. Calling her Big Chungus appears to mitigate the issue.
Yeah, because you're like embarrassing her into silence.
I go Big Chungus, and then I jerk off in the shower, and everybody's happy.
Animal Lover 38 writes, I want to say NTA too, simply because of all the BS I had to put up with in high school. Every girl in our friend group always complained about their weight, but they were all under 120. I would constantly reassure them that they were beautiful and I'd kill for their body, 5'160". They didn't stop. That was the OP's body. Right. They didn't stop until it became too much for me and I broke down crying because if they called themselves ugly slobs at 5'5", 110, then how do you think I would feel? They realized what they were doing and stopped complaining. Friendship got better after that.
Yeah, she was trying to... he was defending his mom and he was trying to hurt her. So that's what he was trying to do. To the love of your life, you're trying to hurt. So you are the asshole. You take that at home and you say it in private. And if you have a relationship where she's wrong and you feel you have to keep doing that, then you're in a stupid fucking relationship. He's the asshole. It was in public.
Yeah, I also think he's the asshole. He's not really going about this correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned in life, I honestly try not to even tell a girl she looks good. I try to say your outfit is nice or your hair is nice. I don't know why. I just feel like, because every time I go,
that's funny.
You look great today. What about yesterday? Okay. So you know what I mean? They always get you. You think it's a good, clean compliment. Nope, it's wrong.
I also hate public fights. And my ex, she's fucking my dad now, but but she wouldn't have a problem like having more than, a loud enough discussion about something. And I'm like, nah, this is turning into a fight and I don't want to. And that only made it worse. But I'm like, no, we're in public and I'm not doing this. So I guess keep that in mind when where I'm coming from with doing this in front of the mom. But there's no reason to do it in public. You're trying to embarrass her.
Fair enough. I will. I'll go with you guys that ultimately, even though saying big chungus, can I get you guys to maybe say it?
Big chungus too. Arcade.
Yeah, we said it many times.
But you got to kind of
Bugs
say
Bunny.
it. No, you got to say it like big chungus. Like,
I will not
who's
do
a
that.
big chungus?
How can you tell? It's just a picture.
Mega chunk. Oh Lord, she coming.
That sounds.
Oh wow, that sounds
know.
like the worst meme. Okay.
Yeah, I don't-
Actually, it might be a little racist now that
Yeah.
I read it out loud. And
Great.
that's the show.
And call the frog.
No, we do. Yeah,
It
call.
might be kind of racist now that we. I did it out loud in my own voice that I made up.
I made it racist, so therefore it is. AITA for calling my girlfriend Big Chungus. We all agree. YTA. Well, that's the show. Unless you have anything else you want to impart, any wisdom stories, anything.
Who is more practical, me or Chemda?
I would say Hemda by a lot.
Yeah.
And guess who cries more? Chemda.
Really?
Yep.
What is the point you're trying to make? Like the graph between
Do you make her
practicality and
cry?
crying?
I'm not
What
a
is-
scientist. I'm just saying she can probably see both sides sometimes.
Right.
I can't.
Oh
Right.
yeah, she was really good at like getting to the heart of whatever the problem was. I'm
Right.
like, I should pay you for therapy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm just putting people in jail and murder.
So the link again, keithandthegirl.com/dad.
Yes, you will see right now. It might sound overwhelming, but I think you'll get into it right away. About 7 hours of clips from these emails, and now we're doing what we call season 2 because apparently my dad can't get enough.
Oh my God. And there's no chance that he knows. And you know,
Nope, I check every so often through fake cat.
You
sorry?
what?
Through my fake ex, I check. Her name's
Oh.
Kat. I check every so often.
And what do you say as her to check?
Like, hey, what's going on with Keith? He hasn't talked to me lately because I thought he knew, and then he sends a long email that it's clear he doesn't know.
Wow. God, I can't wait. I'm going to get on the train and binge this.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. This is gonna be so exciting.
Well, yeah. So listen to Keith and the Girl.
Yeah,
And
that's everything. Drop a line, and social media is all Keith and the Girl as well. But it's a free show. Subscribe. Blah blah blah.
Great. Great.
That easy.
Well, that's the show, everybody. We'll see you next Monday morning.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for doing it.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye. I can't end the show.
Like you looking at me expectantly, I have nothing to say.
Happy birthday.